Good morning, everyone. I am Lisa Rocket, Worship Committee member here at Emerson Unitarian Universalist Church in Houston, Texas. That's a mouthful. Our beloved community of faith, reason, and affection welcomes all to grow in mind and spirit as together we build a better world. If you are joining us for the first time this morning, is anyone joining us for the first time this morning? Yay! We extend a very special welcome to you, and we invite you to fill out our visitor cards. You can find these in the pews, and if you don't have the thing in front of you, we will make sure that you get one. Again, welcome to all. We are church in many places. Some of us here at the pews, and some are joining us on YouTube from home or wherever we might be. We love the hybrid. We've put a few offering baskets at the front and back of the sanctuary for people to drop off their offering throughout the service rather than passing around plates. For those of us in the sanctuary this morning, let's take a moment to picture all our friends, neighbors, and those we've not met yet who are taking part in this hybrid service, either right now or, as I sometimes do when I miss a church meeting, check it out later on the YouTube. Also a reminder to silence your cell phones. Following the worship service, folks in the pews may head out to the gathering place for snacks and beverages, perhaps head out to the courtyard and playground to chat. And we'll also have social time on Zoom, hosted by Emersonian Marilyn Rambo. This is a chance to gather in smaller groups to discuss the service and what's going on in your lives. And now for our prelude.
I don't know about you, but when I'm happy, I like to do a little dance. Put a big smile on your face, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Today is such a beautiful day, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Now jump, jump, everybody jump, jump, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Now jump, jump, everybody jump, jump, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Put a big smile on your face, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Today is such a beautiful day, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Everybody, everybody dance, dance, dance with me. Everybody, everybody dance, cha-cha-cha. Everybody, everybody dance, dance, dance with me. Everybody, everybody dance, cha-cha-cha. Now shake, 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 shake your body. Shake, 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 and do a happy dance. Now shake, 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 shake your body. Shake, 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 and do a happy dance. Put a big smile on your face, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Today is such a beautiful day, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Put a big smile on your face, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Today is such a beautiful day, do a little happy dance, happy dance. Ooh. Now watch me dance, my happy dance.
In my head, I was doing the salsa. That's not something you want to see in person. As we work to create beloved community, we welcome all who would join us in building a better world with more love, more justice, and more peace. We welcome all who would join us in growing in mind, heart, and spirit. We welcome all who would join us in tearing down systems of oppression of all kinds. We welcome all who would join their purposes to ours in a loving spirit of right relationship. Whoever you are, wherever you come from, wherever you find yourself on your life's journey, whichever your pronouns, whether you've walked in or rolled in or dialed in or strutted in, whomever you love, you are welcome here. Our opening words are by Amy Mackenzie Quinn. Welcome to this common, sacred space. Common because we are all welcome. Sacred because here we transform the ordinary and attend to the profound. We carry with us our regrets, doubts, fears, stories, laughter. May they inspire our worship. Above all, may we each meet what we need most to find on this day in this common, sacred space. Around the world, you use Light the Chalice. That's what I'm about to do right now. And our chalice words are by Sam Trumbore. Oh, light of life, be kindled again in our hearts as we meet together this morning to celebrate the joy of human community, seeking a wholeness that extends beyond ourselves. And now for our opening hymn. Oh, let us sing. If you'd like to rise, please do so. I got a lot of parts today, so bear with me. It's summer. Our story today is Two Frogs by Christopher Boos. Once, two frogs were hopping through the forest when they accidentally hopped into a big churn of cream. The sides of the churn were so slick and slippery that there was no place to hold on to. So the frogs had to swim in circles to stay afloat. After a time, one frog said, "There is no hope. We are doomed to drown in this churn." The older, wiser frog said, "Don't lose hope. Life is a circle. There are bad times and there are good times. We must endure the winter to see the spring." The young frog was not so sure, and he said, "You're wrong, we're going to die, I tell you." And the older frog said, "We must keep hope alive, for if hope dies, we too will die. But if we keep hope alive, we will live to see another sunrise." But the younger frog was already starting to lose hope, and he began to sink down into the creamy liquid. "Keep hope alive, keep hope alive," cried the older one. Then the younger one started repeating, slowly at first, "Keep hope alive, keep hope alive." The more they repeated the words, the stronger they felt. And the more strength they had, the better they could swim in circles. As they swam and swam around and around in circles, an amazing thing happened. They realized they weren't sinking anymore. The cream had turned to butter. The two frogs were able to hop off the butter and out of the churn. They landed on the ground just in time to see a beautiful sunrise. The older frog said to the younger one, "Remember, my son, life is a circle. Despair may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning." And the two frogs hopped away into the woods. Giving out of what is our own is a transformative act. As a community of faith, we collect an offering, not for ourselves or our congregation, but to give to others as a collective action of our community and as a way to live out our shared values. Please give with a generous heart to support our July Share the Plate recipient, the Texas Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry, or as we call it, TexUGM. This is a statewide justice ministry that raises the voice of Unitarian Universalist values in the public arena and seeks to have those values enacted into legislation and promulgated in public policy. The remaining 25% of our offering goes to our ongoing commitment to interfaith ministries, Meals on Wheels, feeding Houston seniors. We have 4 ways to give. You can text the number on the screen, go to our webpage for online giving, or you can put in our offering basket. We also accept checks in the mail. Any children, young people, consider yourselves young, are invited to join Jill Rose and Ann May for creativity and toothpick architecture. Please meet first in the gathering place. And you can do that right after the offering.
Hello, everyone. I am Simone Monique, and I'm so happy to gather with you all today. And I'd like to take a moment to get us rooted in joy. I'm going to lead us, and it's going to be a little different than you usually do for meditation. And we're going to do some meditation with joy right now. And this comes from a practice that started in Mumbai, India, by a medical doctor and yoga practitioner, Dr. Kataria. And he and his wife wanted to try to test the theory that laughter is the best medicine. And so they had gotten together in the park with some friends and started telling jokes, but then they realized that that's a little awkward. So they said, look, let's just try to laugh for absolutely no reason. And there's all kind of scientific benefits to it, but this is a body-mind practice. So we're going to see how it feels. So just let's take a moment to just be still for just a moment and just check in with your body about how you're feeling right now in this moment. How are you feeling physically? How are you feeling mentally, emotionally? And you don't have to change anything, you're just checking in. And we're going to do a couple little exercises, some laughter exercises together. And then check in and see how you feel. And I promise it may feel awkward, it may feel silly, it may feel all kinds of, it may feel great. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. But I promise there isn't anyone who hasn't practiced laughter yoga who hasn't done or experienced all of those things. Let's take a moment as we root in joy. Let's just take a moment to take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. Now on this next one, we're going to hold it. So hold it, 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 and laugh it out. Give that a deep breath in. And hold it, 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 and laugh it out. And one more time, take a deep breath in. And hold it, 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 and laugh it out. All right, now we're going to do two more very short exercises. And now I want you to imagine that you have a jar of cream. You're going to open up that jar, and it is not just any cream, it is laughter cream. And you're going to rub it on any part of your body that's feeling sore or tense or just needs a little more joy, and it's going to make that part of your body laugh. You can eat it, you can put it in your hair, it's organic, right? It's your jar, right? 1, 2, 3, let's open it up. And laughter yoga, we always cheer for ourselves. We go, very good, yay. Very good, yay. All right, so for this last exercise, we're gonna do a laughter meditation. A lot of times when we try to find ourselves getting centered and we try to meditate, I don't know about you, but I know for me, sometimes I get so bogged up in the perfection of the moment and everything else that's going on that like I'm almost angry to relax, right? Like the pillow isn't right, oh, I forgot to adjust the thermostat, I forgot to turn off my phone, I forgot to do all that, like all these things kind of start running through our head. And so with this laughter meditation, we're going to do it with just a little bit of joy. So you can do this anytime. You can set a timer for 10 seconds, 15 seconds. You can stretch for up to 2 minutes. Please do not go over 5 minutes. It's too much. It is an exercise. We're going to try to do this for 1 minute. And again, it may feel a little awkward, and that's okay. And then after that, we'll just sit for a few moments of silence, just so that you can process what that felt like. Feel that joy and laughter in your body. All right, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good. Hey, all right, let's just sit for a moment and just process with that. Amen and blessed be. I believe we're now going to have a reading, or am I doing reading? I'll do the reading. This reading comes from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who recorded this. He recorded an interview at the home of Mahalia Jackson on October 22nd, 1964, following his famous I Have a Dream speech. And he says, "I've got the ability to engage in creative laughter amid difficulties and tension. If you can't laugh in life, you are a very miserable human being. A great deal of truth often comes through laughter. Some people have developed the talent to get this truth over to many people by laughing the truth into them and out of them. And in getting people to understand, often to rise above the despair that can surround them. It is often necessary to laugh in order to survive. It is often necessary to laugh in order to survive." Now we'll have some discussion.
Understand why when life gets hard, you start to cry. Now you can dry all those tears that comes through fears with his supply. Just like a medicine, just like a medicine, just like a medicine, like a medicine, a medicine. Laughter does good, like a medicine. Oh God, just like a medicine, just like a medicine. Now tomorrow may bring one or two things that you don't like. Oh. And if it does, you can rise above, and win the fight. One way to win it is love. Just like a medicine, just like a medicine, just like a medicine. So when they lie on you, laugh about. When they talk about you, laugh about. When they scandalize your name, laugh about. That's when you take your medicine. Let it go down, laugh about. Let it heal your broken heart. Laugh about. Laughter will heal your broken heart. When you take your medicine. Now let me hear you laugh. Oh, in the good time, mostly in the bad time. Let it go just like medicine. Let it go down. Wipe the tears away. Come on, wipe the tears away. Let go of the tears away. Just like medicine. Let it go down. Let it go down. Let it go just like a medicine. Let it just go just like a medicine. Like I told me. Just like a medicine. Healed it, healed it. Soothed it, healed it, soothed it. Just like a medicine. Like a medicine. Just like a medicine. Say it one more time. Laughter does good. Just like a medicine. Laugh through your trouble. Just like a medicine. Oh, just like a medicine.
I want to begin by reading a poem by the late great actor and Renaissance woman, Ruby Dee. It is called My One Good Nerve. The nerves once functioned like a symphony, but the struggle got rough. Promises, fulfillments didn't match. All the overlooking, overcoming got too tough. Vipping when I needed to vop, going straight ahead when I needed to stop. Spending life's blood and gambling joints, casting in my gold for chips, to plunk down stupidities and detours past too many points, forgetting to cool out noises. Pay attention. Living life ad lib, ad hoc, at random. People, events, descriptions, definitions like tiny jumbled jigsaw puzzle pieces, screaming to get ordered. Fitted into a serene and beautiful picture of me making sense. But the masses, contradictions, procrastinations, absurdities took over, so hysteria just torpedoed the territory, stripped all the nerves except one. So I'm standing here outside the last gate to myself, with my pulled up and dug in my hips, gonna put on my glasses and poke out on my back as I present myself with my one good nerve intact. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you were down to one good nerve and someone was about to be on it? On your last good nerve, one good nerve. And the struggle got rough to maintain your composure, your peace. My grandmother used to say things like, don't let nobody take away your joy. And I couldn't understand that. Like, how on earth do you maintain joy when people are getting on your last good nerve? So today I want to talk about joy. Joy. Spiritual joy. Sustainable joy. It takes intention and practice. And what I've learned over the years is the realization, as the Shirley song goes, like, this joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. So allow me to share a little of my story. Years ago, I was working full time. I was in school full time, and I was also grieving the loss of my mom, who had died from metastatic breast cancer. And on top of trying to be a supportive daughter and sister and granddaughter and friend, and I was commuting between cities that were anywhere from an hour to 4 hours apart, I was burnt out. My schedule was so busy that I ate most of my meals while commuting in the car. I knew I needed a break, and so I fought myself and I pushed myself to carve out time to take one weekend out of the whole year to do something for myself. I decided to go to a church retreat, and I felt guilty even about taking those 2 days to do something for myself. And during that retreat, I will never forget this powerful moment that was a turning point for me in my life. I sat in this retreat, and the retreat leader had led us in an exercise, right? And said, close your eyes and think back to a time when you were happy. It could be recent or it could be a time when you were young. Just close your eyes. Remember how you felt. Remember what your body felt like. Remember what you were doing. Remember your face. And maybe those of you who are listening, if you feel comfortable in a moment, take a moment and you can take a soft gaze or close your eyes and remember a time. See if you can remember a time when you felt happy. You know, maybe you were swinging on the playground as a kid, or you were at a birthday party, or maybe with friends, or even you might have had a funny moment that happened in a hospital room. But for me, what makes that retreat and that moment so memorable is that I, to this day, do not remember what happened before, what happened, or after. I can only remember that moment because I was so awestruck that I couldn't remember what it felt like to be happy. It was blank, numb. I was numb, and I couldn't access a single memory or even just the feeling of what it felt like, the memory of the feeling. And what made it so emotionally hard for me is that I knew I had lived a really good life. I had friends, I had a very loving family. I had coworkers and colleagues that I really enjoyed being around. Like I had all the elements to be happy. And yet in that moment, I was so depleted that I couldn't remember what it felt like to do anything but just survive. You know, like the time like when people would ask me things like, how are you doing? And I'd say things like, I'm alive, you know, or I'm holding on by a thread, you know, I'm holding on, but it's by a thread, but I'm holding on. And to quote the Ruby Dee poem, like it's all the overcoming and overlooking had gotten tough, right? So I knew I had to do something because my joy was reliant on situations and circumstances. The strength that I have, though, the world didn't give that to me. So I had to figure something out. And I realized that walking around with only one good nerve intact was not sustainable. It means that I'm only one moment away from reaching a breaking point. And if you're walking around feeling depleted, your spirit doesn't feel uplifted. And it's hard to be in community. It's hard to serve others with joy. You begin to serve with a spirit of resentfulness, unkindness, hardship. There's a proverb verse that says, a merry heart does good like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bones. But this strength I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Spiritual joy is not about denying that hard times exist. Instead, it's a pilot light, a little chalice, a little flame inside of you, inside each of us. Spiritual joy is remembering that a tiny spark of light illuminates. A drop of water creates a ripple in a lake. So where did I find that spark, that spiritual joy? And disclaimer, there are lots of ways to find, and lots of ways and places to find that spark and that joy. And so for me, the major transformation was when I began to be really intentional about joy in my life. You know, anger management, stress management, and the language of reducing negative factors, those are good things. But what if we began to manage our happiness? What if we looked at building up our spiritual joy bank accounts, right? And so I began to be really intentional about including practices like prayer and guided meditation and therapy to calm my mind. And it began to work. Life was content, but it wasn't quite happy. So where was the joy? I want to remind us that we are mind, body, and spirit. And so for me, I realized that I was ignoring the body part of that trinity. To get my spiritual bank account to the next level, I needed to add embodied tools to my spiritual practices. We spend a lot of time in our heads with meditation and prayer and reading and study. And again, these are all good things, but they are just one part of what we need. Sometimes we need to get out of our heads and into our bodies. And so for me, one of those tools was laughter yoga. And so laughter yoga is yoga means union, and it's the marriage, the union between unconditional laughter and deep breathing. And one of the beautiful things about this practice is that we know that we never need to leave ourselves down. There are exercises like we do crying laughter, and we're like, we wipe our faces down with tears, and we wipe our faces up with joy. Right? As Martin Luther King Jr. said, it is often necessary to laugh in order to survive. And so as I began to build up my muscle memory for my body to remember what it felt like to be happy, you know, I noticed a change. So the past 3 years have been really hard on all of us. And for me, last year, we lost my grandmother. Yep, the one who said that don't let anybody take away your joy. Grief is hard. And grief during years of a pandemic and social unrest and elevated acts of racism, it's harder, right? Those hardships are just amplified. But I noticed that something was different in me than it was years ago from that when I was in that retreat and I was in that place of just numbness. Despite the hardships that I've experienced in recent years, that we've all experienced, right? I still have joy. So it's important to store down deep within our bones, right? That's where that idea comes, like where the joy is down deep in the marrow of our bones and in our body and in our muscles. So that despite the hardships, right? We'll know that weeping endures for a night and joy comes in the morning. So I offer you this. Please build your happiness management toolbox. Find your center. What are those practices that bring you back to neutral, right? Maybe some tools like going for a walk or prayer, guided meditation, swimming, taking a nap, right? And one of the simplest ones can be focusing on your breath. Whatever's going on, just come back to your breath. And I'm breathing out. Music. Number 2. What is your personal hymnal? Those songs, whether they be sacred or secular, whatever those songs are that fill your cup and sustain you. What are the songs that speak to your spirit? What is the music that makes your body move and connect to the source? Those songs that make you dance in your living room. Have a playlist, have your emergency playlist, right? And also your daily and sustainable playlist for those things. And last, find your joy with an embodied practice. Something that gets you out of your head and into your body. Laughter yoga, breathing and laughing intentionally is one way. Dance is another. A lot of times in my classes, we'll have a dance break. The important thing is to know that joy has healing properties and promoting spiritual well-being and your physical vitality. It's so necessary, right? Laughter and joy is necessary for us to come alive and to survive. And remember that the love that you have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. And the peace that you have, the world didn't give it. The world also can't take it away. Don't let anybody take away your peace. Because when you are filled with sustainable joy, and when you operate from a place of love for yourself, for others, you can exude peace and love and joy in a whole different way. So let us take a moment to anchor ourselves in joy. As I close, will you breathe with me and breathe in and breathe out? And in and breathe out. Let us breathe in peace. Breathe out frustration. Breathe in passion. Breathe out misunderstandings. Breathe in peace. Breathe out love. And breathe in. Hold it, 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 and breathe out that joy. In laughter yoga, we like to remind ourselves that we don't laugh because we're happy. We're happy because we laugh. And so it is. Amen. Ashe. And blessed be.
I feel good, y'all. Thank you, Simone, for joining us today. We're so grateful to have you here. The Resistance Revival Chorus is a collective of more than 60 women and non-binary singers who join together to breathe joy and song into the resistance and to uplift and center women's voices. This song comes to us through the Black church from gospel music legend Shirley Caesar. And the Resistance Revival Chorus is proud to offer its version of this song at a time when joy and healing are so needed. Self-filmed during quarantine at the height of the pandemic, this video illustrates how our intrinsic, individual, and collective joy can never be locked up, shut down, or taken away, even during our darkest struggles. Please be encouraged to sing and move with the song in your body and your spirit. Our closing hymn, This Joy, by the Resistance Revival Chorus. You can stand and dance if you feel like it.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that? This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, this strength that I have, this strength that I have. This strength that I have. Oh, yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have. Oh, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have. Oh, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Oh, this love that I have. This love that I have. Oh, yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This love that I have. know that this love that I have, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Singing, the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This pride that I have, this pride that I have. This pride that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have. I said the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this pride that I have, yeah, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. All this peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give me my peace that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. Won't you sing about this peace that I have? Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. All this joy that I have, this joy that I have. This joy that I have. Oh yeah, now. The world didn't give it to me. Said the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have. I said the world didn't give it to me. Don't you know that this joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it and the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away.
Resistance Revival Chorus believes in the words written by the poet Toy Darracott when she wrote, "Joy is an act of resistance." We believe in the words of Mr. Harry Belafonte, who said, "When the movement is strong, the music is strong." We sing to revive the hearts of those who fight for social justice, and we sing together for freedom.
We continue Joyful July. At this time, we will extinguish the chalice. Life is short, and we do not have much time to gladden the hearts of those who make the journey with us. So, be swift to love and make haste to be kind. And walk in the world with joy, knowing that this joy you have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Amen, Ashe, and blessed be. Thanks again to Simone Monique Barnes. Really loved her sermon today. Announcements. There will be social time here and on the Zoom. Lunch bunch will be at Mod Pizza. And if you're new to Emerson, join us Sunday, July 30th at 12:15 in the library to explore Emerson and Unitarian Universalism. Now we have a very special announcement from our ESL team. My friend and fellow Emersonian, Deborah Wootring, will join up here. Take your time.
Good morning. First, I'd like to thank the worship committee for all the great work they're doing this summer, putting together our services, including Lisa Rocket, who preached for us a couple of weeks ago. And so, yeah, we got to get her up here at this pulpit again, don't you guys think? Yeah. So this will be brief. I'm coming to share my joy and the joy of the volunteers and the people of this church who've been participating in the English as a second language program for several years. So if you volunteered at all, you want to come forward, there are a couple of special people here or volunteers in the program that I'd like you guys come on down because I want to introduce you as I begin to talk. This will be pretty quick. So for those of you who are new or don't know anything about our program, or those of you who don't know what's going on, we started an English as a second language program in 2014 with one multi-level class and a bunch of volunteers. And right at the end, right when the pandemic was shutting down, we had 4 different levels on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and we had Saturday classes. We've had people literally from all over the world in our church learning English. Over 30 different countries have been represented in our classes, speaking multiple languages. And I just want you to know one of the reasons why I do this is because there are days that I think the world is just falling apart and I feel so hopeless. And then I think, what can I do? What can we do as a church community to make any difference? Does anything that we do make a difference? And I come to the conclusion that when I come to the English classes and I attend all the committee meetings and all the fundraising talk, and that when I participate in this and the volunteers that I know, there are just 3 of them here today of 30, 40 that have participated in the last several years, that we can, in our spot in Houston, Texas, fundamentally change lives. People come here so that they can learn basic communication to survive in our community. They come here to be welcomed to our community no matter what their immigration status. We welcome them with open arms. So we started again last summer, very basic, no real marketing, just the students that we'd had before. We sent out emails and we said, come. And we want to see who would show up and bring your friends and family. And they absolutely did. And so I am very proud to introduce to you today Elizabeth Lindheim, if you would raise your hand. Elizabeth is a member of our community and actually is a longtime friend of mine who I convinced to come many years ago, it seems like now, and just kind of check it out. And she has been teaching in our classes for several years. She is also part of the steering committee and has recently been part of the subcommittee, along with me and a couple other volunteers, Ian Sachs as well, to find a ESL part-time coordinator. And so she is a very special friend to me, and she has been an amazing volunteer in our program and continues to be. And this is Dr. Ian Sachs. He will deny that he's been the leader of the steering committee because we're supposed to just be a steering committee with no leaders, but he's kind of like herding cats for the last year and pulls us all together for bi-monthly meetings and sometimes more. And Mr. David May, who from the very beginning of these programs would meet me at the front door when nobody else was here and the lights were off, and I'd say, okay, where are the lights, David? How do we get the air conditioning on? Or he was here, and when we call him, he shows up. And so if you can imagine about 30 other people in front of you, and hopefully sometime in the next 6 months we can get a whole big group in front. So one of the purposes today is to show you a film that's only 2 minutes that was put together by a professional filmmaker. His name is Bobby Rooney, Terry Rooney's son. Terry's a member of our church. We put this film together, he put this film together for us to put on the Unitarian Universalist website called Faithify. And on Faithify, it's a crowdfunding source, a Unitarian Universalist crowdfunding source. We are asking the community here, throughout Houston and Texas, and throughout the country and the world to donate some money to our program to help provide funding for our new program, part-time coordinator, books, etc. Anyway, can you guys in the AV play our film? It's just 2 minutes or less, and yeah, let's see what you think. Volume up a little bit, please.
Там, где я сейчас живу, в основном русское комьюнити, и я там не слышу английскую речь. Когда я прихожу сюда, здесь весь урок идет на английском языке, и я на слух начала уже лучше воспринимать английскую речь.
The name of the program is Emerson's English Language Program. Through a group of volunteers, we teach English to anybody who needs to learn.
We talk, we study, we communicate with each other.
But the sink is the bowl that holds the water.
With book, you cannot learn, just with book. Especially you need someone, some like partner or teacher to help you, answer your questions. I cannot find this kind of discussion, other places.
Bastante herramientas para to communicate with the environment, no? In this class is better.
Right now, we are teaching on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, getting back up on our feet. We're at the level now that we really need a part-time paid administrator to help things progress. We want to get back to our pre-pandemic level of providing books and free childcare and providing our classes on Saturday mornings. We're asking today for additional funding for this wonderful program to provide an amazing opportunity for people in our diverse city.
У меня нет какого-то конкретного плана, что делать в будущем, но с английским мне будет проще здесь. Я без этого класса я бы, не знаю, как бы я справлялась, мне упрощает жизнь.
So this is what our church has done together, guys, and I feel like we are all so proud of what we've accomplished, and there's just so much more now that the pandemic is over that we can do. And my heartfelt thanks to our amazing volunteers. And if you have a few dollars that you would like to click on the link in the newsletter, or you can just go to Faithify, I think it's faithify.org, and give us a few dollars. Our goal is $5,000. We've raised $3,000 so far, and we have until August 15th. If we don't raise the full $5,000, we get zero. So that's kind of the challenge on this website. So anyway, thank you for your time and attention today, and please reach out to me or Ian or any of us If you want more information, if you want to come join us and you got 1 hour to spend a year, or you got 2 hours a week, whatever, let us know how you want to join this amazing group. Thank you so much for your time.
And now for our postlude. One more announcement? Oh, okay. That's okay.
Good morning. I'm Tinica, and I am here to update you on the Marie Kondo, the campus effort. So we really want to give a shout out to everyone who has helped clean up the campus and declutter not just the church, but your homes as well. We will be holding our garage/rummage sale. It was explained to me that a rummage sale is a garage sale without a garage. So we will be having our rummage sale on Saturday, July the 22nd, starting at 9 a.m. until noon. Even though we don't have a garage, this will be an air-conditioned comfort in Westwood Hall. So far I understand we've collected lots of decor, toys, kitchen and housewares, holiday items, and I'm told that you will be accepting cash, credit cards, Venmo, and PayPal to make it easy. We are looking for people to post this information on your Facebook pages as well as on Nextdoor. So we do have some flyers. I have a PDF file I can send to you if you would prefer to do it that way. We also have some physical flyers in case you want to just snap a picture. And they are also outside. Beryl's our fearless leader, and she's pointing that way. So that would be greatly appreciated if you could help us spread the word, because time is tight. We're also still in need of volunteers. Many hands make light work. So we're looking for volunteers to set up on Thursday and Friday, as well as the day of the sale. And I think we're probably also still looking for people to help us clean up afterwards. So if you haven't done so already, please sign up in the gathering place. And again, if you need a physical flyer, that's possible as well. We've got about 25 copies here. So after the service, Beryl in the back, and I think Anne is actually helping Jill right now with the kids. Anne May also will be there in the gathering place to answer any questions that you may have. And by all means, come and shop on Saturday the 22nd. Thank you.